What's up with it? You watching the Bay Bomber TV? Yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Culture Covered, and the title is Breaking. Tory Lanez released? Question mark. Megan Thee Stallion video. Kylie Jenner lied. Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with this situation. Is Tory Lanez released? I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? But I do know it's like some BS around this case and a situation, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on, you feels me? But yeah, let's check out this video and see what they talking about. Yeah.
You're feeling amazing?
And now, on top of that, it seems that new evidence claim from Tory's driver has come through and said that, you know what, I actually didn't see Tory Lanez grab a or even try to Megan at all. So he said this after the trial date, after everything, the guy's already in jail. Why are you coming out with this information now?
What's that gonna help?
What's gonna help him now? So they were trying to get a retrial for his case.
Saying that they did not commit a crime and not defending themselves to the T. Imagine y'all saying somebody is following the street code, not snitching. Are you snitching or are you not snitching? Because y'all trying to pretend like Kelsey didn't. And I really wonder why her main problem with me was, you won't tell people I didn't you. I was like, Kelsey, I don't want to talk about this on social media at all. But now you won't even get online and defend yourself. So that really just proves my point. Either you took some money or your life is in danger.
So the Tory Lanez versus Megan Thee Stallion drama just took an unexpected turn a year after Tory was sentenced to 10 years in prison for allegedly shooting Megan in the foot back in July 2020. A testimony from Tory's driver just surfaced where he claims he saw Megan's friend Kelsey holding a while Tory apparently tried to disarm her. Tory's defense is now arguing that this testimony should be treated as new evidence, and they're pushing for a retrial. But it looks like the Attorney General feels differently, and they're claiming the existing evidence they have against Tory is compelling. Now, as you all know, the case was very controversial, and social media played a huge role in swaying public opinion. Megan and her supporters were saying that this was just another example of Black women not being taken seriously and being blamed for their own victimization, while Tory fans were out there pushing this wild theory that Tory was set up and claiming that it was all orchestrated by Megan's label, Roc Nation. So what's the deal with this new testimony from Tory's driver? Could it actually shake things up and lead to a new trial? Or is Tory fighting a losing battle?
In Jaquan's statement, he claimed that he saw Megan's friend Kelsey with the and he said Tory noticed the also and attempted to get it away from Kelsey. He also claimed that while Tory and Kelsey were fighting over it went off. He also claims that the prosecution wouldn't allow him to testify. His statement was supposed to serve as new evidence in this case, which would help Tory get an appeal.
So to give you some...
I ain't gonna lie, if that's like real, like if that's the truth, then shit, if he was fighting over the gun, he could have went more crazier than that. He could have shot both of their ass, you feel me? But yeah, man, I don't know, man. That's some damning information right there, though, for real.
Context first, Megan Thee Stallion first publicly named Tory as the person who shot her during an Instagram Live in August 2020. Megan claimed she was trying to protect Tory at first, but then he started blabbing to blogs and trashing her. And according to Megan, that's when she decided to out him publicly.
Yes, this Tory me. You me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying. Stop lying. Why lie? I don't understand. I tried to keep the situation off the internet, but you dragging it.
Now, Megan didn't file any lawsuits against Tory herself. Instead, the state of California took action. And in October 2020, the LA County District Attorney charged Tory with 2 felonies.
Rapper Tory Lanez has been charged with artist Megan Thee Stallion during an argument. The DA's office says Lanez, whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, Megan's feet during an argument in the Hollywood Hills July 12th. The 28-year-old was arrested the night of the but was released after posting bail. He now faces 2 felony charges.
The judge issued a protective order at the DA's request, requiring that Tory stay at least...
I ain't gonna lie, like if they was really tussling over the gun and then the gun accidentally went off with something and it like hit her, then like she would be a sucker to be like be saying that he shot her like that, especially if her friend had the gun and it was tussling over it, you know what I'm saying?
100 yards away from Megan and not contact her. Then in April 2022, Tory was arrested for breaking that order, but was released after posting bond. But then in October, Tory was arrested again and put on house arrest after getting into a fight with August Alsina. On December 5th, 2020, he was released from house arrest to get ready for the trial. The very next day, prosecutors hit him with an extra felony charge for discharging a firearm with gross negligence.
But he has just been hit with a third felony charge now, which certainly seems like really bad news for him. And that charge is negligent discharge of a firearm.
The trial kicked off on December 12th, with both the prosecutors and Tony's defense making their opening statements. During these statements, LA County prosecutors Kathy Ta and Alexander Bott claimed that Tory Megan 5 times, causing her bodily harm.
For the prosecution, the story is pretty straightforward. They're going to say that Tory Lanez either or at Megan Thee Stallion and either directly hit her feet or, as opposed to this new charge they added at, recklessly discharged a firearm in the proximity of her feet, causing some sort of injury.
On the other hand, Tory's
I ain't gonna lie, like I was saying, like if they really did have the gun and then he took the gun from them, you know what I'm saying? It kind of makes sense that he was like shooting at the ground or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all playing, you know, shit. You can't be playing with guns. Guns is dangerous, you feel me? So basically somebody can think you threaten their life, you feel me?
defense lawyer argued that the whole incident stemmed from Megan being jealous of Kylie Jenner and her former friend Kelsey Harris, who were both there when it happened. He said Megan got upset, drunk, and jealous after seeing Tory getting close to Kylie at the pool party, and she demanded that Tory leave with her. Tory's defense claimed that Megan started arguing with Kelsey in the car after Tory revealed he had been intimate with Megan. Tory's lawyer said that eventually Megan and Kelsey got out of the car and began fighting. During the altercation, Kelsey allegedly grabbed Tory's gun and shot Megan.
In today's opening statements, the defense painting this as a case about jealousy, saying Kelsey had a previous romantic relationship with Tory. They say it was actually Kelsey and Megan who got in an altercation that night. The defense also said a witness saw a woman with a gun.
On the second day of the trial, Megan took the stand and shared her side of the story. She said Tory shot her after an argument in the car with her and Kelsey. Megan explained that they had been fighting after leaving Kylie's party, and she even asked Tory to let her out of the car. After she got out and started walking away, she heard Tory yell, "Dance, B." When she turned around, she saw him hanging out of the car window with a gun pointed at her. Then he started shooting. In court, Megan broke down while describing the ongoing pain in her feet from the attack, and she also talked about how the intense public scrutiny felt like torture, claiming that at one point she even wished she had lost her life that night.
It's how she said it. She was really emotional in court today. She said this story is not just about a this story is about who I had with. You remember yesterday the defense, they were really pitting her against her friend, talking about the fact that they shared intimate partners, multiple intimate partners. She said in court today, I had just done a song with Beyonce. I did something of my dreams and I was And she said, they're calling this the Megan Thee Stallion trial. I am not on trial. I wish he would have. If I knew I would have to go through this torture, I wish he would have me.
Megan also revealed in court that Tory begged her and Kelsey not to go to the police and even tried to offer them hush money.
He dropped some bombshell. She says that Tory offered her $1 million to keep quiet. That he said, please don't say anything. And that he told her, I was already caught with, I'm on probation. She says he was not worried about her at all.
Now,
I ain't gonna lie, people probably wonder how like Tory Lanez getting these women and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But like he's like he not like under no big label or nothing like that. And I believe I heard he owned his masters and shit, you know what I'm saying? So like his pockets probably hit different than like some regular rappers that signed to like motherfuckers and shit. So like he down there like really a low-key big dog, you feel me?
Now, as for the gunshot residue, both Tory and Kelsey had residue on them. Tory's lawyer argued that this proved Kelsey was the one who fired the gun, suggesting that Tory only had residue on him because he was trying to stop Kelsey from But the prosecutors pointed out that gunshot residue spreads quickly. So if Kelsey was close to Tory when the gun was fired, it would make sense that both of them had residue on them. Another piece of evidence against Tory was a series of text messages allegedly sent by Kelsey to Megan's bodyguard just minutes after the which read, "Help, Tory Meg, 911. Kelsey made things even tougher for Tory by constantly invoking her Fifth Amendment rights and refusing to answer most of the questions. On top of that, she changed her story, going against what she had said earlier in the investigation. Kelsey said that her memory of the incident was blurry because she had been drinking that night. But this did match up with the detailed account she gave during a recorded interview with LA County Deputy DA Kathy Ta in September. The prosecution played a portion of that interview in court, but Kelsey explained that she lied to the DA during the interview to protect herself.
David, Megan Thee Stallion's former best friend and assistant, Kelsey Harris, took the stand today. When she got there, she was granted immunity. And her testimony seemed to leave prosecutors frustrated because she answered almost every question with, quote, "I honestly don't remember." July of 2020. Harris made it clear today that her memory from that night was blurry because there was a lot of alcohol involved. Back in September, Deputy District Attorney Kathy Ta recorded an interview with Harris recounting the night. A lot of that recording was played in court today to refresh Harris's memory about what happened that night in the Hollywood Hills. Harris describing each part of that night in specific detail. But in court today, Harris said a lot of the things she said in September weren't true, saying, quote, "I was protecting myself."
And when asked about those
I ain't gonna lie, like I was saying, that he a low-key big dog, especially if he offering millions, you know what I'm saying? He offered Meg $1 million, ain't no telling what he offered the other friend if he really did it, you know what I'm saying? So, man, I ain't gonna lie, that money could be playing a role in this situation, so it ain't no telling, man.
text messages she allegedly sent to Megan's bodyguard telling him to call 911 because Tory had Megan, Kelsey told the court the texts were based on assumptions. Kelsey was also cross-examined by Tory's lawyer, and though she claimed Tory never bribed or her, when the lawyer asked her, "Did my client offer you $1 million?" she responded, "I can't remember." As for Tory, he decided not to testify in his own defense. During the closing arguments, his lawyer claimed once again that Kelsey was the one who shot Megan, saying the prosecutor's case was full of holes and calling Megan a liar. But Tory's defense didn't work out, and on December 23rd, the jury found him guilty on all 3 felony charges. He was taken to jail right after the verdict, and on August 8th, 2023, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison for the
This morning, after being found guilty of Grammy Award-winning artist Megan Thee Stallion, a judge sentencing rapper Tory Lanez to 10 years in prison.
I've seen the trauma she's undergone in the last 3 years, and I am incredibly relieved on her behalf.
The sentence marking the end of the high-profile trial that pit the 2 former friends and their fans against each other.
Maggie, why you lying on that boy?
The case continually trending on social media, contending with disinformation and disbelief over whether Megan...
Just heard that, though? Somebody said, why you lying on that boy? So, man, so that's somebody on the scene. So, man, that's crazy right there, for real.
The Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete, was actually...
Violence against Black women and girls is a long-standing national epidemic. Women of color, more times than not, do not come forward to report victimization due to the fear that they will not be believed.
And as you can imagine, fans on social media were totally split about the verdict. Tory supporters even accused Megan's label Roc Nation of setting him up, while Megan's fans were saying she finally got the justice she deserved. One of Tory's fans called the verdict a whole setup and said Megan had motives right along with Roc Nation and knew exactly what she was doing. But someone else fired back, saying, if it's easier for you to believe that Jay-Z and the cabal at Roc Nation orchestrated a carefully planned framing of Tory Lanez than it is for you to believe that he got mad and shot a woman, you are too dumb to be alive. I ain't gonna lie. Meanwhile, Tory's dad had a major meltdown outside the courtroom after the verdict was read, and he went off on everybody, calling the prosecutors wicked and shouting about Jay-Z and Roc Nation. He even promised to bring down everyone he believes is part of a conspiracy against his son, warning Jay-Z that Roc Nation will crumble.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. They come back down to him owning his shit. You feel me? Like, man, they want their hands on your shit, man. They want your money, man. You feel me? People be thinking like the labels just like fair. The labels not fair. They don't want independence. They want slaves. You know what I'm saying? They want people to sign to them. They want your money. You know what I'm saying? For real.
As for Tory's reaction, his lawyer said that Tory thinks the verdict is shocking, and he also confirmed that Tory would continue to fight to prove his innocence. But just when we thought we heard it all about this drama, the story took another shocking turn after a never-before-seen testimony from Tory's driver surfaced, where the driver claimed he saw Kelsey holding the driver. Jaquan Smith submitted an affidavit claiming he did not see who fired the but he confirmed that Kelsey was holding a during a fight between her and Megan. And according to the driver, Tory tried to disarm Kelsey. The affidavit reads, Miss Pete and Miss Harris began fighting. I pulled over to stop them. Miss Pete and Miss Harris both got out of the vehicle and continued to fight, both verbally and physically. I broke up this fight and was pulling Miss Pete toward the back of the car. I saw Miss Harris with a in her hand. Mr. Peterson, Tory Lanez, ran from behind Miss Pete and myself toward Miss Harris. Mr. Peterson and Miss Harris began struggling as Mr. Peterson tried to unarm Miss Harris. I was still pulling Miss Pete and did not see who shot the weapon. But that's not all. The driver also went on to claim that he wanted to present this evidence during Tory's trial, but the DA wouldn't let him. The driver said, the district attorney was not ready to cross-examine me, and later they did not call me back due to the holidays and the court schedule. I believe I should have been allowed to present this evidence at trial. So after the driver's testimony,
I ain't gonna lie, man, if this is true, man, they probably really did set him up. This sounds like some setup stuff right here, for real, especially if they're not going to let the driver speak. He was there. That's like one of the biggest witnesses. You feel me?
surfaced, Tory's defense team submitted a request for a new trial, but their effort was quickly shut down. And on July 29th, the California Attorney General's office ruled not to accept the new evidence. Legal reporter Megan Cuniff later explained on X, Tory Lanez says a statement from his driver constitutes new evidence in the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion, but the state says he knew how the driver would testify and chose not to call him. According to Cuniff, the Attorney General explained in their response that evidence of Tory's guilt was compelling and argued that Megan's testimony that her is supported by a wealth of other evidence. But Tory's fans are saying something is fishy about this whole situation, and they're once again claiming Tory was set up. On the other hand, Megan's supporters think Tory set himself up because he refused to testify, and his defense didn't call the driver as a witness when they had a chance. Someone said, "You believe this bull? How come Tory's lawyer didn't call this witness at the trial?" Of course the prosecutors were not, but the defense team could have called him as a witness, and because this info was known to the defense team at the time of the trial, this would not be new evidence to lead to a new trial. I'm just saying. And another fan added, Tory didn't help his own case. If I was in his predicament, I would have gotten up on the stand that day. Megan went on that stand to testify, saying, "Yes, this man shot me. You should be taking this seriously." But what's your take on this? Are you siding with the people who think Tory was set up by Megan and Roc Nation? Or do you think he's just grasping at straws because he knows he's guilty? Drop your comments down below.
That's crazy, man, that they didn't let the driver testify. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he be one of the biggest witnesses. You know what I'm saying? Probably the most important witness. So I could see them damn near setting him up or something. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I was saying, he owned his shit. So like, man, record labels don't like competition, really. You know what I'm saying? You think it's a fair game out there? It's not a fair game. You know what I mean? Like Empire down there, one of the most hated record labels, because they give rappers their independence and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then it'd be weird that they ass been like fucking signing the Empire and getting took out and shit too. So man, it's just a wicked industry, I think. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, if the driver couldn't testify, then that shit wasn't no fair trial. You feel me? But yeah, overall though, I don't know what the hell going on with this situation, but it is kind of fishy. You feel me? But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Till next time. Peace. Yeah.